Don Westfall, Dan McCarger back in downtown Mankato. Take a look at a couple of championship banners right there. Those are tournament championship banners. But Dan McCarger, you see the final score 5-1. The Mavericks took a big step tonight to get another regular season banner put up.
They certainly did. We mentioned before the game, this game was the one that really mattered, because if Bowling Green were to win, they're tied going into tomorrow night. If the Mavericks win, they've got a 4-point lead. They know they're leaving this building with at least a 2-point lead in the conference standings. So they feel really good now after this victory tonight.
The win will not shock a lot of people in the WCHA, no. But the amount of the final score, the 5 goals on 21 shots, that's going to be the big shocker.
1.67 goals against average for Chris Nels. 1.67, 1.60 for his career. This guy's a good goaltender, one of the best in the nation. They put up 5 on him tonight, 2 shorthanders.
Let's take a look at those goals as we roll into the highlights. And the Mavericks get the lone goal of the first period, Dan.
Michael Hunterbrinker from Max Cota and Daniel Brickley make it 1-0. It's the 7th assist for Cota, 7th assist for Brickley, 7th goal for Hunterbrinker, and it's 1-0 Mavericks at 15:31, and that's the way the scoring was after 1 period of play. Then Max Cota deflects in a shot from Carter Foguth and Jimmy Mullen. There's the shot there. It's deflected in by Cota. They reviewed it. It was a good goal at 9:56. Cota's 5th of the season. Mike Hastings said he's a real honest player. Then you see the 3rd goal of the game for the Mavericks. C.J. Franklin, his 12th from Gervais and Knutson at 12:21 on the power play, and the Mavericks are up 3-0 after 2 periods of play. Then we'll go to the 3rd period, and Schilling, shorthanded, makes it an interesting game, 3-1.
Much more interesting than it should have been, but as that big shorthanded goal there, Gervais is going to come back with a couple. Gervais
with the backhander there, finishing off from Bluger, and as we talked with the coach, he said our big knockers are our big knockers, and 23 and 9 showed up to play tonight. And I'm going to get another look at Bryce Gervais, and this is not the same play, but it's the same result. Another shorthanded goal. Bryce Gervais becomes the all-time leading Mavericks shorthanded goal scorer with his 9th in the Mavericks with a 5-1 victory. Shots on goal, 21-19. 14-10 penalties, 34-22 on faceoffs, and again, that was 9-8 after 1 period.
Bryce Gervais, as you mentioned, Dan, with the assist, a couple of goals, now 61 in his career, 4th all-time Division I level. A big night for him. Cota had a big night. Bluger was there as well. And the Mavericks, well, you take away that shorthanded goal they gave up, and pretty convincing. It wasn't necessarily dominating because the shots on goal didn't indicate that, but a very convincing in a game that the Mavericks really, for the most part, controlled.
They did, and other than the one little oopsie-daisy near the blue line that gave them up the shorthanded goal, you're right. This is a very workmanlike effort for the Mavericks. And we've got some more stuff to talk about, a couple of big hits and cracks of the game and that sort of stuff.
Let's take a look at our crack of the game, and of course that's supplied to us as always by City Auto Glass. And this was a shot earlier in the contest. Jordan Nelson colliding there with Hawkins. That was back in the first period of play. And again, that's our City Auto Glass crack of the game. And I believe next we got our wipeout of the game. And of course, Nick's Car Care helping to wipe out breast cancer by giving a portion of pink wiper blade sales to the cost. Stop by Nick's Car Care today. And our wipeout coming to you right there.
Should get some sound effects with that. Screeching tires, and down he goes.
Yep, Bayless drops to the ice there, and that's our wipeout. And then we're going to follow things up here with our top play of the game.
I wonder what it is.
Jay Beal, top 4 play of the game. Jay Beal Real Estate Group does the little things that make a big difference. Teddy Bluger and Bryce Gervais, they made a big difference tonight.
3-on-1 shorthanded break. You just don't see that. And Gervais is able to finish. And as the coach said, we need that one to go in the back of the net. Thank goodness it did.
So the Mavericks with the win tonight. Obviously a couple of big points in the standings. And we'll take a look at some of the out-of-the-town scores. And there's another big one as Tech keeps pace with the Mavericks.
Yeah, they're just kind of hanging back in the weeds, shutting out Lake Superior State tonight in Northern Michigan over at Anchorage 3-2. Ferris in Alaska set to get underway. St. Cloud over Miami 5-1. It was UMD over Colorado College 5-3. And the Gophers beat Penn State 4-1. And they are in first place in the Big Ten.
And the other state team here, Minnesota State Mankato, also in first place, now 4 points ahead of Bowling Green in the standings. And as you talked to Coach Hastings, a great, and as important as this win was tonight, 2 more points tomorrow night.
Yes.
All of a sudden you have a big gap as now after tomorrow night we're inside a month remaining in the regular season.
Yeah, you get the victory tomorrow night now, and you can pretty much say Bowling Green, you're in the past, and we're not going to be thinking about you anymore. Then you start worrying about Tech from that point on. So Tech is I think 3 points behind, and you just go, we're going to just worry about ourselves and take care of our own business, and everybody else will fall by the wayside.
So we'll see what these two teams have in store for us tomorrow night, 7 o'clock the pregame show, 7 7:07 to face off from the Verizon Wireless Center here in downtown Mankato. For Dan McCarger and myself, Don Westfall, along with the students from Bethany Lutheran College, we thank you for watching. Where one more time, our final score here tonight, Minnesota State Mankato 5, Bowling Green 1.